Here we'll demonstrate the Cyelee Wolf 2's Shake Awake feature, and while I won't make you sit through the entire 3.5 minutes that it takes for the auto sleep mode to take effect, I'll show you here a sped up version of how that works as well. You know what, scratch that, take two. Hey there folks, how you doing today? Welcome back to the channel. Please bear with any background racket that you might hear throughout this production. There's stuff going on out there that might be heard in here. We're not going to let it interfere with what we've got in store for you here today. Out on the table is my full-size PSA dagger semi-custom build. We've talked about this on here briefly before, but the pistol is not the focus of the video. Rather, we're going to be talking about the optic setup on the pistol. A week or so ago, we did a video on the XS Sights R3D 2.0 suppressor height night sights. This video is going to be about the red dot optic, or the green dot optic in this case, the Cyelee Wolf 2G Astigmatism model, which this was a viewer request. This was something you people wanted to see. I had several people ask me, have you reviewed Cyelee optics? I hadn't, so we decided to do one. We're going to do it here today. I chose the Astigmatism model because I have astigmatism, and I wanted to see if it was any better than a conventional red dot or green dot optic. More on that later. I reached out to Cyelee. I told them what I was going to do. I asked them if they would mind sending me an optic for this review, and they told me no. They were much too important and big, and they've already got enough optics reviews out there that they didn't need to be bothered with the likes of me and sending me a free optic. They gave me a coupon, which covered tax and probably shipping, so I got it out the door for about $100. It would have been about $130. Otherwise, just know that this was self-funded. I didn't. This wasn't sent to me and said, "Hey, make our product look good." No. We paid for this one. All right, looking right here, this is the packaging that it comes in. This is a really patriotic-looking box for a Chinese-made optic, but regardless, it claims right here on the side, I'll turn that around so you can see it, that it is fully submersible and waterproof. Well, we put that to the test a few months ago. Try to find the video clip, and I'll toss it up here so you can see. Alright, so here you can see the Cyelee Wolf 2 Astigmatism optic is glowing with its little aperture there on the screen. Then, like I always like to test with these optics that make claim of water resistance, we'll come back in a little while and check it out.
A few moments later.
Alright, it's been a few minutes now, so let's get down here and dig our Cyelee optic out of the water and see. Yeah, so far it's still shiny. Where's it at? There it is. I know many of you have also come to expect the bounce it off the tree test that I did with the other optics, so there you go. Let's go check it out. Well, so far it appears to have survived the bounce it off the tree test. Oh, bounced it off the barbecue. Let's see how that worked. Where is it? There it is. Try to get it in focus. Yep, still working. So after soaking it in water and bouncing it off of a couple of trees and a barbecue pit and everything else, I let it dry out naturally, and then I opened it up to see how the battery looked. The compartment was nice and dry. It doesn't look like the seals were compromised in any way. I don't think it would be a real good idea for extended submersion, but if you get it wet, you probably don't have anything to worry about. Now, I took it out to the range the other day. I'll put that up over here, and I'm going to talk through it so you can see what's going on. I put the optic on the pistol, took it out there, made a couple of shots to see where it was at, made the weapon safe, and then made the necessary adjustments to bring it in line with the iron sights. Once I had it in line, I fired several rounds, probably 50 or 60 rounds, trying to get a feel for how the optic performed, not only on paper, but also on steel plates out at a 50-yard range. I was severely disappointed in this optic, and I'll tell you why. So this particular setup is kind of like a holo-sun setup, where you have a dot in the center, and then you've got a ring that goes around it. That's made for quick target acquisition on a big target. They put a 64 MOA ring on there. I think it's 64 MOA. Let me check. To me, there were a couple of issues with it. One, at intermediate distances, the ring and the center dot kind of blend together. For this to be an astigmatism optic for folks with astigmatism, it got blurry for me more so than a regular red dot does. But also, the biggest issue that I had with this particular setup, and I'm going to show you a little video here of that so you can see what it is. When you're up fairly close to the optic, you can see the ring and the dot rather clearly in the middle of the lens, but the further you get away from it, like punching it out to arm's length, that dot in the center really starts to grow to where the ring around the dot is almost not completely visible in the window. This one might not be an issue for everybody, but I've got a really long wingspan, and when I put my arms out like this to shoot, that pistol's a little further away from me than it is for some people. So it might not be an issue for everybody. It was an issue for me. I didn't like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize the little pick rail adapter that came in the box with this, and I'm going to mount it on a rifle, on a carbine, and then I'm going to see how it performs. I haven't done that yet. That will be an update that I post later. Final thoughts on this. Seems to be durable enough. It stood up to some of the torture testing that we did early on. Cost-wise is not too bad. As I said, I had a coupon. If you didn't have a coupon, you could be looking at about $130 for one of these. I got mine right at about $100. But my overall thoughts is, for the money, there's a lot of better optics out there. We reviewed the Gowutar A20 on this channel several months ago. That was a really good optic. If I had to choose between the two, I'd take that one without even thinking about it. So that's my 2 cents. I'd like to know what you think about the Cyelee optic. Let me know down below in the comments section. Let's keep this conversation rolling, and until next time, take care. God bless.